Assalamualaikum and a good day to everyone. We are from Group 6 and today we are going to present about cover letter and email cover letter. Here's the example of the cover letter that our group have picked, and on the right you can see the format of the cover letter. Cover letter starts with opening paragraph, which we have to state the position to which you are applying, where you found it or heard about it, name drop if you have a direct connection, and always close with a hook. Next one would be academic introduction, which we will use if you are applying for something related to your major. State the college that you are attending, your degree, relevant classes you have completed, and other relevant academic information. The most important part is body paragraph. This is where we should connect your skills, characteristics, experiences, and qualifications to the position and company as a whole. Highlight what interests you in working with this particular organization that you are applying. Now the last one would be conclusion and formal closing. You need to reaffirm your qualification and interest in the position and company. Be sure to include your contact information, and you could also offer to follow up with the employer and the letter formally. Now, why are the cover letter that we have choose is the best? First one, narrative complement to candidate resume. Second one, document that helps expand on the experience candidate showcase in their resume. Third reason is highlight candidate motivation in applying for the position. Now the last one is showcases candidate personality and values. This is how you draft a formal letter. First, you have to have the details of the recipients, then the opening, body, conclusion, and closing. It is also important to add salutations or greeting, such as dear sir or madam. Or if you use the person's name, you can use such as dear Mr. Jenkins. How would we know if the future employer would like our cover letter or not? The first one would be a fast reply from the future employer. The second one is the employer wish to find more or learn more about the candidate. Third one would be read more details info that is provided by candidate. And last one would be look forward for the candidate to accept or reject the opportunity to work with them. As conclusion for cover letters, it is important because it is a narrative complement to your resume and enhance your qualification to employers. The key element of the cover letter is to add depth on your resume and always ties back to the position for which you are applying. You are also will have a goal in mind, which to make sure to address two main questions: why me and why them. A cover letter should also be specific as possible because to highlight specific example of relevant academic, professional or performance experiences is important for the future employer to know you more. Now here's an example of a good cover letter sample. It consists of strong subject line, personal greeting, to the point first sentence, relevant main paragraph, clear call to action, formal sign off, and attachments. Why is this the best example of email cover letter. This is because the flow of the draft is clear and simple, it is direct to point, it is complete and compelling message in a short space, it is friendly and confident, effective writing without grammatical mistake, it is complete self-information of the candidate. Anyone can follow this sample draft because it is so easy and it is understandable. How do we write an email cover letter? Step 1. You should have a strong subject line because this is the only guarantee that your email cover letter gets open. To make the most out of it, in the subject line for an email cover letter with a resume should include who you are, that you are applying for a job, the position, the company's name, and job ID if applicable. Step 2. Proper greeting to show your professionalism. The best way to start your email cover letter is with "Dear" plus the hiring manager's name. Personalization will make the hiring manager feels like they are reading something made specifically for them. If you don't know the name of your hiring manager, you should do some research. Now the third step would be first sentence. Your first sentence should be short and to the point. Sending your cover letter in an email instead of using job boards is an excellent strategy for escaping the resume black hole. In an email cover letter, don't make the hiring manager read between the lines of some fancy storytelling. Be as straightforward as possible. Now the fourth step would be main paragraph. This is the most important because relevance is the key. Show that in your email, the cover letter body, read the job description carefully, identify what is your responsibilities will be, then research the company online, try to find out what their projects they are running to or the plan to launch in the future. You should also outline your professional achievement that can translate into success in your prospective role. You should also highlight what you have to offer. Now the next step would be call to action. Reiterate your value in the call to action. You should ask your hiring manager to reach you out and meet in person. Once again, you should focus on what you have to offer. Step 6 would be formal sign off. Once you have written your email cover letter for a resume, you just need to put a formal greeting at the very end of your letter. Write sincerely and follow it with your full name. If you are not a fan of the well-worn sincerely, feel free to use any of the following synonyms, such as thank you, best regards, kind regards, and with best regards. Now the last step would be attachments. It is fine to say please find attached my resume through there are other alternatives. It makes all the more sense to write that because Gmail will see the word attached. Check if you have in fact attached anything and prompt you if you haven't. It is important to keep in mind to choose a professional resume file name. How would we know if the future employer will like our email cover letter or not? As a conclusion, we think that the employer will like the email cover letter sample because it has used a clear, strong subject line and has a proper greeting address. The candidate explained why he right and what position targeting in the first sentence, which make it easy for the employer to read. He also write a brief main paragraph that outlines the most relevant experience and achievement of his, has a clause with a call to action to prove that he is very interested with the position. The candidate impressed the employer because he have taken an initiative to know and state the employer's name in the email cover letter, and he also showed his eagerness of to meet and discuss about the company with his employer. Last but not least, the candidate also attached his resume so that the employer can easily review his resume. That is all from us. Thank you.